Uh, Mr. Chairman, I'll move for this emergency session and yeah, I'll move it.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Boswick, you want to call the roll?
I will, Mr. Chairman, and I'll just say very quickly that the emergency session may be convened for the purpose of enacting legislation under Section 208E of the Baltimore County Charter. And we will now call the roll. Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
The ayes have it. This emergency session has now begun. I will start off with a moment of silent meditation. I'll now call upon Councilwoman Bevins to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag is right behind me.
Thank you, Councilman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America,
to the
republic for which it
one
stands,
nation,
under God,
indivisible, liberty.
justice for all.
And justice for all.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Bevins.
My pledge.
Today, pursuant to the judge's order, we will have this special session, and we will have one order of business today, and we will start with the secretary to queue up the vote, queue up what we're voting on.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. It's been a long time to get to this point. As you all know, the county council initially adopted its redistricting plan following the redistricting commission's work, which sent you all a recommended map and bill in mid-October of 2021. The council accepted that and in November introduced Bill 103-21, which was the county council's redistricting plan. That was adopted by the council on December 20th, 2021. In the intervening time, the NAACP and other individual and organizational plaintiffs filed a lawsuit against the county and the council seeking to undo Bill 103-21 and the map that was with that bill. Thereafter, in January, they filed a motion for preliminary injunction. The judge in the case, the Honorable Lydia K. Grigsby, held an evidentiary hearing in February of this year. The judge thereafter granted the motion by the plaintiffs and ordered the county to essentially draw up a new plan, one that would either have 2 majority Black districts or an additional district that otherwise gave Black citizens an opportunity to select a candidate of their choice. And the council, in compliance with that order, submitted a new redistricting plan that created a more favorable District 2. When I say favorable, I mean that, among other things, the council's map increased the Black voting age population in District 2 from about 29.5% to over 41%. At the same time, it reduced the white population in that district from over 50% to about 55% to 45%. It became a majority minority district as a result of that as well. The court held a status conference on March 11th to consider what the parties had filed. The plaintiffs did file an objection. The court held an evidentiary hearing earlier this week on Monday, March 21st, in which the parties made arguments requesting the judge to accept the plan, which was the council, and objecting to that, which was the plaintiffs. This afternoon, in a status conference, the court ruled from the bench and accepted the county's redistricting plan that was submitted on March the 8th. As I said, this plan enhances District 2 in a sense by creating an even more coalition and crossover voting district than it was already, and it was already one. It maintains the majority minority status in District 1, and it also maintains what I think just about everybody would advocate for, a healthy majority Black district in District 4, meaning a very, very meaningful ability to elect a candidate of their choice in that district. So with the judge's order today and her directive that the council adopt such a map consistent with the map she accepted, this county council emergency session is convened, and that is essentially also Bill 22-22 that is before you that I've just read. There is a map, Exhibit A, that's with that bill. There's also Exhibit B, which is the population summary with that bill. And the bill itself is a lot of numbers because it's all of those census blocks and precinct numbers within all of the election districts that essentially reflects what the map shows visually. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might all have.
Mr. Secretary, go ahead, Councilman Marks.
Yeah, Mr. Boswick, I just want to get this on the record and confirm that this is accurate. By my count, we have had 3 public hearings for the Redistricting Commission. We had 1 charter mandated public hearing on the map that was recommended. We had 1 work session, so that's 5. And we've had, it looks like 6 council meetings since December. So anyone who wanted to comment on this process has had at least, it looks like 11 opportunities to comment on this process.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I just want to get it out there because there will be some who won't say anything about the state and federal redistricting, but they will complain that the council map did not provide enough input.
And Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilman Catch.
yeah, thank you very much. Just following up on Councilman Marks, I quite understand you especially challenging the county map when our county map is certainly not gerrymandered. I mean, we have not submitted any map that's gerrymandered. Yes, there are many cases across this country of state maps and congressional maps that are gerrymandered, and the ACLU has chosen not to challenge those maps. And it's a double standard. It is a double standard. And I know, Councilman Marks talked about the 11 opportunities that people had to address the council about this issue. And I know I've gotten a number of calls and I've talked to a number of people about this issue. And I'm certain other members of the council it's the same. I'm sure you've received calls. I'm sure that you have talked with your constituents about this issue. So this is not a backroom deal or anything like that. So, I think the judge did the right thing, and hopefully, we can go forward and, go into the future. So I think that this council has acted very responsibly. And, the one thing that I was worried about the most is that we would end up with a map that would divide communities. And that, to me, is just wrong. You don't want to divide communities. And ours does not, for the most part. And so again, I want to thank the members of the council for the hard work you've done and what has been accomplished. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilman Quirk.
Yeah, I did also want to thank James Benjamin, our county attorney, who I thought did exceptional work here and assembled, I think, a first-class legal team that represented the county council. And so I do want to definitely acknowledge that, as well as, of course, Adam and Tom Boswick were fantastic here. And I feel a real strong sense of vindication. I mean, I definitely am very happy to hear the judge's ruling. I think the plaintiffs wanted to be the county council. I think the plaintiffs wanted to actually take our roles as council members who know our communities better than most or better than many, and they wanted to draw the maps, and they were not going to be happy with any other map unless it was theirs, period. And we are elected to serve the people. And the 7 of us as a council, as Chairman Jones rightfully said, we are the experts in our communities. We know where our communities are. We know what our communities want. We hear from our citizens every single day. So I think this is a day of great vindication. And I'm really happy that we were able to work and make some changes where we could. And then that the judge ultimately decided with the county council. So I think this is an excellent ruling, and I'm happy to see it. And also, Mr. Chairman, I do want to acknowledge your leadership here as well. You took a lot of heat on this one, but you knew that the law was on our side, and I give you great credit for standing up and doing what was the right thing. So I do want to also give you a good shout out on that as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Quirk. Any additional questions or comments?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Councilman Patoka.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair.
And Councilman Catch.
As Councilman Marks had indicated, this redistricting plan went through an extraordinary process. It went through 3 governing bodies. The first governing body was the Redistricting Commission. The second governing body was this council, and then it went through the judiciary. And so to me, that's an extraordinary process to evaluate and to comment and to participate in the development of this map. And lots of people participated in it and had great emotion in their participation and great passion for what they believe to be the right thing, including all of us. And so I just want to thank everybody, my colleagues, and also everybody that participated in some way in the development of this redistricting plan. Even the organizations that brought suit against this council and us individually, they participated in the process, and I just want to thank everybody for their input. I think that I think all of us are ready to do the people's work on the county council and the things that the charter mandates us to do, and focus on moving forward. So appreciate everybody's participation in this, and let's get on with government. Thank you,
Councilman. Thank you, Councilman Patoka. Councilman Catch.
Yeah, just very quickly, I hear time and time again from constituents and other people in Baltimore County and all over the state about the people's desire to see things done in a bipartisan way. And I don't think there's a better example than the redistricting that this council has worked so hard on. It was truly a bipartisan effort, and it's so pleased that that's the way that this has been generated, the final map. So I just wanted to make that comment, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. Councilman Marks, do you have something else? You're muted, sir.
There you go. I echo all the comments that were made before. I wore a purple tie for a reason. We're a purple county in many respects. We're a purple council. We have 4 Democrats and 3 Republicans. And for the most part, we get along pretty well, and we collaborate. We get things done through consensus and compromise. This had to be a bipartisan map, unlike so many other places in the United States. And I have to wonder if someone was motivated to throw this to the courts for partisan advantage. That didn't happen. I thank the judge for her wisdom today. I thank my colleagues for their hard work. Councilman Jones, Councilman Patoka, you have some significant changes in your part of the county, and I want to thank you for collaborating, especially on this map. And I appreciate all the staff and everyone who provided testimony.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Let me just start by thanking Judge. Yes, I'm sorry. Councilman, who was speaking?
Happy Bevin.
Oh, Kathy Bevins, Councilwoman Bevins. I'm sorry, I did not hear you.
That's quite fine, Mr. Chair. I just want to concur with all the comments that have already been made. I appreciate the decision of the court today. Chairman Jones, your leadership has been tremendous. And although the East Side maps weren't, questioned, it was mostly on the West Side. I thought it was important for the entire council to stand with each other's, the members on the council, and to stand by their decisions, because as you said at the beginning, and as Tom Quirk said, we know our districts best. We know our districts best, and we talk with people every day on a personal level. And it was very important that we did have the 11 opportunities for people to come and share their thoughts or their criticisms or their support, whatever it may be. So I'm really proud of the county council and the entire staff. Mr. Secretary, you did a fine job. And let me tell you, Chris Hewitt, there you are. Girl, you made it happen every single time, no matter where we were or what was happening. You got us all on for every single meeting, and the people that wanted to also have a word with the council, so, and to have testimony. So I'm proud of the county council today, and we shall move on from this. And we got a different election date now. We got different filing dates now, but all that'll come out in the wash.
Thank you, Councilwoman Bevins. Councilman, was that it for the comments? But I'll just start by thanking Judge Grisby for her wisdom and recognizing the hard work and dedication that has been done by each member of this county council. I'd like to thank our legal team, starting with Tom Boswick and Adam Phillips, as well as Chris Hewitt on our staff. Also, our legal team from McGuire Woods, Ms. Ava, Elias Booker, Melissa Martinez, as well as our county attorney, James Benjamin. And I would like to especially thank each member here today of the county council. I mean, I couldn't be more prouder than how we work together, and we continue to work together on many, many issues. And there were so many opportunities for this process to sort of break down but we all stuck together. We worked together. We heard everyone out. We made the compromises that were necessary. I think at the end of the day, we produced a map that will be, number one, it will preserve the majority of District 4, hopefully ensuring that you'll always have at least an African American on the council. And it creates a District 2, a crossover district where African Americans will certainly have an opportunity to be elected. And I especially thank each and every one of you for basically working together to make it happen. There's been a lot said in terms of people throwing bombs at us and trying to paint us as some terrible people. But the reality is we work, and I've seen it close hand every day to do what's best for the citizens of all the citizens here in Baltimore County. And I guess know it. And from time to time, we have disagreements, but we always work it out. And everybody comes to the table with a clean heart, trying to do what's best for the citizens of Baltimore County. So I thank each and every one of you. With this vote, I'm very hopeful that we can put this issue to bed and move on and continue to work hard for the citizens of Baltimore County, because I'm often reminded when the constituents call me, some of them have some very serious issues. And many of them, this issue is not on their radar and it's not important to them. But this issue has taken a lot of air out of the room for all of us, because I've been there and watched all of us put in many, many hours in briefings and conversations and strategy sessions. So hopefully we can put this behind us and we can move on and do what's best for the citizens of Baltimore County, and continue to represent our citizens as best we can. So with that note, any additional questions or comments before we call the vote? Mr. Boswick, cue it up. You're muted, Mr. Boswick.
You're on mute, Mr. Boswick.
I'm on mute. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was the bill has been read. It's had its final reading. It's basically up before the council, ready to be voted on, and I'm happy to call the vote.
Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Second.
I'll second it.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Boswick, call the vote.
Yes, sir. Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Quirk,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Aye.
Guys have it. The new redistricting map has been approved. Thank you very much, everyone. Is there a motion to adjourn or any additional questions or comments?
I'll move it.
Moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Guys have it. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Have a good night. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
night.
Chair.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Everyone.